I want to say Barak Taihawa, Barak Taihawashai, Barak Taihawa, Barak Taihawashai, Bahashim Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers up there doing this work in truth and sincerity. A quick subject I'm going to get on is being in a brotherly state of mind. And by being in a brotherly state of mind, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, this truth and a brotherhood comes before anything you have to deal with in the world. Everything you have to deal with in the world can be second, you know, because at the end of the day, the things you have to deal with of the world is not going to save you. You know, you doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that's, Lord willing, that's what's going to give you salvation. You know, that's key in this truth, is that you have to be in a mindset to want to continue in this thing, to want to fulfill the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, that's what you want to do. And real quick, man, the smoke you see, man, I'm just burning incense in my car, you know, staying spiritual, you know, sweet savor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, going back into the Old Testament, you know, and into the New. But to get back on subject, you know, you want to be brotherly in this thing, you know, especially, you know, when the brother's in his truth and he's in a time of need, you know, that's a form of charity, you know. And you also want to be careful with brothers you're dealing with, because you don't know who that brother is, you know, at all. You don't know if that brother's Peter, Paul. You don't know if that brother's, you know, any of the prophets of the ancient days, you know. So, you know, by you being in this truth, you have to be willing to continuously follow the things that's in this truth. You know, that's key. And by following the things in the truth is by following the scriptures, man. You know, the scriptures and the correct breakdown and the understanding of that is what's going to guide you through the times that are at hand. You know, brothers can only give you some advice, but you can only take heed to that advice. You know, brothers ain't gonna save you. You know, that's the will and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But brothers can guide you in a way, so Lord willing, you know, every brother that's in the camp could be a part of that hopeful elect. You know, that's what you have to strive for. That's what you have to look for, is becoming of that hopeful elect. But also, what I wanted to say is that you also have to understand what your responsibilities are in this thing. And meaning you also have to understand your own faults, you know. And by you understanding your own faults and, you know, knowing how to work through those faults is a way for you to grow in this truth, you know. Is a way for you to grow in the truth and be more of a leader. That's what I wanted to say. Salakia. Be more of a leader, because every brother in this truth is a leader, but in the camps, there's order. You know, even outside of the camp, there's order. In your house, there's order, you know. You know, just to throw that out there too, man, like, you know, dealing with your woman, you know, there's got to be some form of order in your house. I mean, you're not going to rule over your goddamn woman like a king in the ancient days. Of course, you're going to have troubles in the flesh, you know, but you have to understand there have to be some kind of order in your house. And the reason why you got to have that kind of order is because, you know, if you was to be, what's the word? If you was to be overtaken in your own house, you will be overtaken in the truth. You know, the scripture says, if a man don't know how to control his own household, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High? And being a church of the Most High, you know, every brother every brother being in that church have a different form of a personality, have a different spirit. So you got to know how to deal with the personalities and spirits, even in your own house. You know, now your demon is a demon, you know, but you doing what you doing in this truth and becoming more spiritual, she could turn into more of a demon, you know. So, you know, that's another form of order or something that brothers also need to look at, you know, speaking for myself as well. But everything we do is a spiritual thing. You know, you got to keep pushing this truth. You know, there's no time on something that is spiritual, and there's no time on, you know, the spirit, man. You know, the scripture tell you in Isaiah the 11th chapter, you know, that the spirit of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, you know, shall be upon them that fear the Lord. You know, so there's no time limit on the spirit. You know, you just have to keep pushing it, man. Keep pushing it into the end. You know, you can only watch the times. You can only see the times that come, but you don't know when it's all going to come. You can only, you know, be diligent, be humble, and wait for the end to come, man. You know, and like the subject, you know, you have to be more brotherly in this thing. That's a big form of this thing, man, is being more brotherly. You know, communicate with brothers, you know, if you can, or try to. You know, if brothers in need, you know, you want to be there for a brother breakdown. You want to be there for a brother if you can. You know, we can only do things with the best of our ability, man. You can't do things perfectly in this truth. That's not how you can do it. You know, the scripture tell you to be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect, and we're striving to be perfect. You know, Lord willing, the brothers is of that elect. You know, brothers will strive to be perfect, and if you are of that elect, then soon you will be perfect. You know, but everything in this is everything you doing in this truth is a form of you working with the best of your ability, man. You know, so you want to try as much as you can to be in some form of righteousness, because the scripture says, you know, our righteousness is as filthy rags, you know. But, you know, just because our righteousness is as filthy rags, and, you know, you still want to do what you can in this thing, man. So you have to understand that clearly, you know. So, yeah, that's something you definitely want to do, man. You want to put the brotherhood, you want to put this truth first, you know. You got to leave your emotions behind. You know, some brothers in this thing, or pretty much almost every brother in this thing, is going to feel some kind of way emotionally, because this thing isn't easy. You know, this thing is something hard. The scripture says endure hardness. It didn't say endure easiness. That wouldn't make any sense. The scripture says endure hardness. What's that hardness? That adversity, those trials, those tribulations. You know what I'm saying? That fiery trial. You know, trying you as gold is tried in the furnace of adversity. So you have to understand that this thing isn't easy. You know? So you got to look at the bigger picture. You got to think outside the box. What do you say? You got to think outside of the box. You know, Esau loved putting these people in. Say he loved keeping these people in the box, man. You know, you keep people in the box, you know, then the minds of the people only become simple. But, you know, ultimately that's all through Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, he ain't dealing with these people. But our minds are outside the box. Now we thinking much more spiritually. You know, we're thinking according to the scriptures now. We're not in that blind state of mind like the world is in anymore. So yeah, man, stay brotherly. The brotherhood and the truth becomes the brotherhood and the truth comes before anything else, man. But I want to say Barak Daihawa, Barak Daihao Shai, Barak Daihawa, Barak Daihao Shai. Double letters, the apostles' nails of GMS citation, you brothers out there doing this work with true sincerity. I like to say Mawafla Bible. That's Death to Babylon and Shalom.